Hey, this is Tim with TM Media again, and this video is a second part of a question I was getting into to someone that was on the message board asking me what kinds of questions or format do I use on communication with a client. So if you haven't seen the previous video, you might want to see that first. It's got the same title, and what I'll do is I'll label this number 2 so you know which one is which. As far as our communication, I know that's probably, I mean, when you get down to it, the design part is actually the sometimes seems like the least time-consuming part. It's the communication where we run into time answering emails, answering questions, communicating with the client. So there definitely has to be investment in the communication, and it has to be an investment on both sides. So first of all, make sure your clients can be available and be able to provide you feedback. If it's one of the clients that have the attitude is like you're the designer and you design it and just do it and make it look good. If you get one of those clients and they are out there, if they're not going to give you any feedback, just explain to them you're not mind readers. I mean this is a process they have to do to help you understand and get on the same page with you. So sometimes if I have a client that's very stubborn, really doesn't want to tell me much, then I kind of, sorry, I can't help you. You're not willing to give us some information. We can't sit here and guess. So that's kind of how I deal with those types of situations. As far as communicating with clients, you can communicate on the first couple calls. You can communicate and really really filter out some things they want and don't want. If they've had a previous experience with a designer, that's a good thing to know. If I usually ask them if they've ever dealt with any type of design firm, so I kind of know if they have been through this before. Another question I ask them is about budget, which I discussed in the first video. I asked them about deadlines. That's a great way to find out if the person is realistic and ready to go, rather than just kind of price shopping. Or I've talked to just so many different people. I've had people where they're not, they don't even have their business up yet, or they're just kind of thinking about it, or whatever it may be. So ask about deadlines. Also, I mean, you're also asking to see if you can fit them in, but that's just a great way to see if these if this is going to be a realistic customer for you and they're ready to go. Getting into more of the questioning, trying to think what else we ask. We get to know about their business, just general questions about what they do. What type of business are they? What type of services they are? What type of services they're trying to really push in whatever we're producing for them, what their priorities are. Ask about how their clients deal with them and how they some of their past successes. That way you can understand some of the hot buttons that you might want to push to get clients interested in whatever marketing piece you're setting out there, and really get a little bit more involved in the visual communication side on knowing how to talk to these clients through your marketing pieces. So those are definitely good questions to ask. Those are pretty much some of the upfront questions. After that, we get into doing some rough designs. And that really helps in getting feedback, because you really want to show them, you want to ask them questions, but no matter how many questions you ask them up front, you're not going to know right off the bat what they want. So you want to give them some tools to use to get feedback off. So what we do is we do some rough sketches, some things that might look very rough, some things that might look very refined. And we give them those designs and tell them to use that as a tool to get feedback off. Show your other marketing directors, your other people have to have the okay on it, and then get back to us on what you think, and then we discuss it and move on from there. So those are, if you're I know a lot of designers kind of get the feedback and then they just kind of go and immediately do the final, treating the project as, okay, we're going to do this, and the customer's going to see the final product in peace. It's not really the best way to do it, because then you have to go redo something, and basically what you're doing is you're going 50 miles down a road the client didn't want to go 1 mile down, and you could have probably saved yourself that time by just showing them some rough sketches. So keep that in mind. Definitely use roughs for feedback tools when you're dealing with a client. That's pretty much it. Again, thanks for your questions. You guys have, I don't think I've ever responded to one question by text, because all these questions are really good, and I've had to respond with them through video because they do make great points. So again, thank you for all your questions, and we'll get you some. Hopefully get some more videos going here. Thanks.